Hello everyone and welcome t- to this video that I'm doing. So a while back I decided, hey, it would be kind of fun to do one of those DNA tests things. So that's what I did, and we're going to be looking at the results today. Maybe I'll find out I'm adopted or, you know, just a bastard. Here's the things that I know about myself that I'm not entirely sure that are true. The ones that I'm most confident on are the fact that I'm a decent amount Polish. My dad's side comes from like a small little Polish immigrant town. And then I don't know what else there is. Maybe a little bit of German. I'm not sure. And then I think on my mom's side, Irish, maybe? All right, here we go. Let's take a look. Your DNA suggests your ancestry is 37.6 French and German with ties to four other populations. I was not expecting that much to be French and or German. That's kind of interesting. Okay, so we get a gray map in the background. 100% European. Yeah, yeah, that checks out. Okay, that sounds about right. Six is that 84.1% Northwestern European. Okay. So I'm 37.6% French and German. It looks like we're looking at Belgium, the Netherlands, and two other regions. 36.3% British and Irish. That makes sense to me. Oh, it comes in with the ooh. Nice. Broadly Northwestern European, we have 10.2%, 9.4 being Southern, 4.1 Spanish and Portuguese. That's interesting. 2.9% Italian. Let's go, boys and girls. 6.3 Eastern European Latvia. Okay, so not a lot Polish as I thought. Can I expand the French and German parts of this? Possible match to the Netherlands, likely match in Belgium. That's that's interesting to me. I never had any idea that like France was, or even the Netherlands was like a possible thing for this. What about the British and Irish, huh? What about it, huh? A highly likely match from England and parts of southern uplands of Scotland. Maybe a little bit of Celtic in me, huh? That's the Celtic like, okay. Germanic peoples, Anglo Saxons, Norwegian Vikings. I would love to be a Viking. That's awesome. Country matches, Guernsey. What the fuck is Guernsey? Although it is likely you had ancestors who lived in Guernsey in the last 200 years, we have not been able to identify the specific regions in Guernsey where your ancestors may have lived. What even the fuck is Guernsey? So there's a little island part of, okay, that's actually really fascinating. Just this little fucking island over here. Okay, the UK, yeah, it's a pretty big area. What are they saying? Glasgow, Greater London, Belfast, Tyne and Wear, Suffolk, Cumbria, Leicestershire, South Yorkshire, Fife, Kent. Okay, Republic of Ireland is only a possible match though, which I find interesting. I feel I need to put on the glasses for this. Okay. The Republic of Ireland, 26 administrative regions. I share DNA with participants mostly from Dublin, County Kerry, County Mayo. I love mayonnaise. There's Celtic origins, Germanic origins, great grandpa Charlemagne. There's a good chance I've descended from Charlemagne. Good to know, I suppose. German is the most frequently reported ancestry in the United States Census. Interesting. I did not know that. Say cheese? What the fuck you mean say cheese? From pungent French cheeses to German yogurts. Okay, we're going somewhere. And Belgian milk chocolate, dairy products have been a fixture in the diets of Northwestern Europeans for thousands of years. It's in my fucking DNA! Okay? You fucking see that? But the ancestors of modern Europeans didn't always have the ability to digest lactose as adults. Stone Age, including suggested genetic intolerance. All right. Sometime within the last 10,000 years, genetic mutation arose in Europe, giving some people ability to continue digesting it into adulthood. Hey, thanks genetics for let me taste that fucking milk, bro. What is Guernsey? The first thing that came up was Guernsey milk. So we're already on a good fucking thing. Guernsey is one of the Channel Islands in the English Channel near the French coast and is a self-governing British Crown dependency. It's known for beach resorts like Cobo Bay and the scenery of its coastal cliffs. Hold on. First of all, the milk is important because I do need to know this. The Guernsey is a breed of dairy cattle from the island of Guernsey in the Channel Islands. It is fawn or red and white in color and is hardy and docile. Its milk is rich in flavor, high in fat and protein, and has a golden yellow tinge due to its high beta, maybe, carotene content. I literally have fucking milk in my DNA, boys. But it seems like the Norwegian Vikings may be part of that, so somewhere in there, my ancestors fucked a Viking. I am curious about this, about the Spanish and Portuguese. It's just 4.1% Spanish and Portuguese, which I am kind of confused by. Also Latvia Latvia for some reason. In Poland. Okay. It's saying fucking basically 6.3% Polish, which is very much not what I was expecting. How is only 6.3% Polish? Wow. Interesting. This is the most shocking thing to me. I basically assumed that I was going to be at least like a quarter Polish because of how fucking present it is in like my familial culture. Apparently a little bit from Russia, which is interesting. Latvia though is also interesting. I had ancestors who lived in Latvia in the last 200 years. No specific regions though. What is broadly European? Just everywhere? Just wherever? That's fine. It barely matters. It's 0.2%. I'm less Italian than I am Spanish and Portuguese, which is kind of shocking. This does make sense. The 37% French and German makes sense. The 36% Irish makes sense. I'm shocked so little of it is Polish, really. After the collapse of the Soviet Union, millions of Eastern Europeans migrated west in search of economic opportunity. In the U.S., Eastern European interest is most common in the Midwest. Yeah. So that is what I vaguely knew going into this, is that my dad's side, especially on my grandmother's side, was more of like a Polish immigration into New England, where they worked in like a small little like factory mill town. Neanderthal ancestry 255 variants. Let's freaking go. You have less than 2%. You have more Neanderthal DNA than 74% of other customers. This makes sense to me. Fucking look at my fat, thick skull, and you will understand that this makes sense. You have one variant associated with having difficulty discarding rarely used... Okay. Alright. Calm down there. No need to fucking attack me like this, alright? Yes, that's true. Being less... What? How the fuck do they know this? How did they know this? This is true. I don't have a fear of heights. I think heights are cool. Being a better sprinter than that's also true. Having more dandruff. Fuck. Shit. It was going so well. More traits. Being more likely to prefer dark chocolate over... I do. Being less likely to sneeze after eating dark What the fuck? Is that a thing? That's fucking awesome. You and Alexander Hamilton are descendants of a man who lived in Northern Europe about 5,000 years ago. Hey, Alexander Hamilton, what's up, man? I guess we share a very distant relative. So, take that. Wait, hold on. Hold on a moment. I saw something that was scary down here. Wellness. Oh, alcohol flush reaction. I was like, I only read unlikely to flush, and I was like, huh? Excuse me? What assumptions are you making about me here? Caffeine likely to consume more. I don't. I don't drink caffeine at all. Deep sleep. I'm actually a deep sleeper, so surprise. Predisposed to weigh about average. Yeesh. That's way. Lactose likely tolerant. Correct. Muscle common in elite power athletes. I mean, you know how it is. Sleep movement likely average or less. I move a lot in my sleep. Match musical pitch about 50-50. Yeah, I can't. I'm not musically competent at all. I can likely smell asparagus. Back hair, likely a little upper back hair. Yeah, I guess a little. Bald spot, likely no bald spot. Let's fucking go, gamers. Bitter taste, likely can't taste. What I'm curious about this because I definitely can taste bitter things and I don't like it. Does that mean bitter in general? That bitter taste sense developed to help. Your genetics make you unlikely to detect certain bitter tastes. Oh, I do though. Bunions, less likely to have had a bunion. Okay. Cheek dimples, likely no dimples. You're right. Early hair loss, likely no hair loss. Let's go. I have very thick, annoying hair sometimes, so this is a nice thing. Earwax, likely wet earwax. I didn't know there were different earwax types. I'm glad to know that mine is wet. Eye color, brown or hazel. Nope, get fucked. It's green. So I got 9%. I got the 9%. Damn. See, my grandpa had green eyes, and he's the only one in the family, my direct family that we know, had green eyes. While unusual, it is possible for people with your genetic result to have light eyes. This is the case for a number of research participants with your genetic result. There may be other genetic factors we don't know about that help explain your eye color. Less likely to have a fear of public speaking. This isn't technically public speaking, but I think it's fairly sufficient to assume that I could do it. Flat feet, more likely. I do have flat feet, unfortunately. I have very flat feet. Freckles, I do have a lot of freckles. It's true. I'm curious about this because my mom had a lot of freckles. My face doesn't have a lot of freckles that much, but my body definitely does. I have a 50-50 of preferring vanilla or chocolate ice cream. That's interesting. Uh, I prefer chocolate most of the time, but that's because I get the good kind of chocolate. I do also like vanilla. Likely light hair? What classifies as light? Is this dark blonde? I don't think so. Maybe. Misophonia? I do hate chewing sounds. I always that maybe I don't know if that I always thought that was autism. I do have the photic sneeze reflex. You got me there. A little unibrow sometimes. I have to, pluck and or shave it every once in a while. Wake up around 8:39 a.m. No. Muscle composition is common in elite power athletes. Let's just say I'm pretty freaking strong and awesome is what that means. Age-related macular degeneration is most common cause of vision loss among older adults. The disease results is damage to the central part of the retina, impairing vision needed for reading, driving, includes 2 most common variants. Okay. That does make sense because my dad's eyesight has gotten worse with age. Alright, well I think that's going to conclude this video. Thank you for coming along my ancestral genetic journey. I really appreciate it. If you liked the video, please be sure to subscribe and also like the video. I don't know what else to say. You should just do it, okay? I appreciate you spending the time going along this journey with me. It's been enlightening. There was so much less Polish in me than I thought. Thank you though for watching, and I hope you have a fantastic day. Goodbye.